Greetings to one and all. This is Dr. Pooja Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Management at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Today, I'll be discussing with you a very relevant topic, emotional intelligence in the workplace. I've already discussed leadership theories, motivational theories in my previous modules. Let us take a quick glance at the learning objectives of today's module. We'll be working on the concept of emotional intelligence, applying emotional intelligence in organizations, developing emotional intelligence in the workplace, managing emotional intelligence. Hereafter, I might be using the acronym EI for emotional intelligence at some places. I wish to begin with a beautiful quote by Daniel Goleman. Emotional intelligence accounts for 80% of the career success. Very true, students. First and foremost, let's try to understand the meaning of emotional intelligence and its definition. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways, to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome the challenges, and diffuse conflict. EQ refers to someone's ability to perceive, understand, and manage their own feelings and emotions. The skills involved in emotional intelligence are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. To understand EI better, I want each one of my listeners to imagine that you're working in one of your dream organizations. Why does EI in the workplace matter? We need emotional intelligence most where we are least likely to find it, at work. The workplace remains the last bastion of IQ worship because many people still believe that getting personal interferes with productivity. At work, you don't have the ties of love to motivate you to get along with others as you do at home. It is difficult to understand what moves the people around us. That makes it all the more important that you have a way to tune in to what those you work with need right now, right here. Using the elements of EQ, one can achieve success and solve problems on the job. Office politics, morale problems, lack of cooperation don't have to ruin your work life if you can read and respond to people's feelings. So, let us understand important elements of emotional intelligence. Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, self-regulation. Number 3, intrinsic motivation. Number 4, empathy. And number 5, social skills. We shall be understanding each element individually. Self-awareness. It is the ability to recognize your emotions and their impact while using gut feelings to guide your decisions. Can you walk into a room, meet a stranger, attend a meeting, and quickly sense that something is not as it seems? Number 2, self-regulation. The ability to control your emotions and behavior and adapt to the changing circumstances. Can you adequately harness your anger, disappointment, or fear so your emotions don't interfere with your ability to listen or problem solve? Number 3, social awareness. It is the ability to sense, understand, and react to the emotions of others and to feel comfortable socially. Can you tell when you are unintentionally making another person uncomfortable? Or when someone who is smiling is really upset? Number 4, social skills. It is the ability to inspire, influence, and connect to others and to manage conflict. When you remember that we are all peers on an emotional level, it becomes easier to approach the boss, to ask an employee to give a little more, or to understand that a co-worker's irritability is nothing personal. Emotions are great levelers among people. Use them to tie you together rather than rend you apart. Daniel Goleman, an internationally known psychologist, has rightly quoted, "CEOs are hired for the intellect and business expertise and fired for a lack of emotional intelligence." After reading this quote, we need to ponder on the importance of emotional intelligence in the workplace. Emotional intelligence has a number of applications in organizations. Some of the immediate benefits of EI are: it increases productivity of the employees, developing leadership skills, innovative thinking, stimulates creativity, and improves the work environment. Importance of emotional intelligence in organizations. Number one, filling the organizational positions. While filling the various organizational positions, an attempt is made to match individuals and jobs. In this matching process, various characteristics of individuals are taken into account, such as age, qualifications, emotional maturity, etc. For example, for jobs like psychiatrist, human services worker, social worker, and so on, must be filled by persons having high level of emotional intelligence. Thus, people can be selected having varying degrees of EI in various jobs. Number two is work life. High emotional intelligence is very relevant for improving the quality of work life as it impacts the following. Number one, stimulates motivation, reduces the stress, improves communication, and enhances rational decision making. Number two, it develops positive thinking and encourages the people to be empathetic. Next importance is credibility of managers. Credibility of a person is reflected in the following features: trustworthiness, integrity, honesty, informativeness, dynamism. Through high intelligence, all these features can be enhanced in a person because it stimulates consistency in behavior, enabling a person to develop credibility. Number four is leadership effectiveness. Leaders with high EI generate hope and conviction and create followers because they instill confidence in people who are pessimistic. Number five is effective communication. EI helps in perceiving the meaning of any message in its correct perspective by increasing self-awareness and increasing the accuracy of interpersonal perception. Number six is stress management. This largely depends on striking an emotional balance between a potential stress condition and one's reaction to it. Number seven is conflict resolution. Emotional intelligence not only helps in resolving conflicts but also helps in creating situations for non-arousal of conflicts. Thus, we see that EI contributes significantly to the well-being of an organization, provided the organization has developed commensurate emotional intelligence in personnel. Developing emotional intelligence. EI is a learned phenomenon and therefore it can be developed in people. The Consortium for Research on EI in Organizations, USA, has provided following four phases for developing emotional intelligence. Number one, preparation for change. Number two, training. Number three, transfer and maintenance. And number four, evaluation for change. Let us understand these phases one by one. Preparation for change occurs at organizational as well as individual level. consists of 8 steps. First, we need to assess the organization's needs, as employees performing different jobs require different types of emotional competencies. Number 2, assessing the personal strengths and weaknesses. Number 3, providing immediate feedback to the employees in atmosphere of trust and confidence. Number 4, encourages participation. Since development of EI requires active participation of employees, it is necessary that superiors encourage this participation. Second is training. The second phase is training, which needs to be provided on different aspects of EI, like overcoming negative emotions, developing interpersonal skills, time management, and depending on the participants' individual needs. Number 3 is transfer and maintenance, which includes encouraging the use of skills on the job and supportive organizational culture. The fourth phase is evaluation of change, evaluation of the training programs for emotional learning. The effectiveness of the change programs need to be evaluated in the light of emotional competencies that are to be developed in the participants. Hope you all are understanding the concept of EI. Let's proceed with how to manage emotions. Managing emotions at workplace is essential for success. Certain emotions like fear, anger should be controlled as they affect adversely. On the contrary, emotions which are gratifying like happiness, contentment, etc. should be developed and emphasized. Developing and managing emotional intelligence calls for working on the emotional skills. I would like to conclude with a powerful quote of Warren G. Bennis, a renowned American scholar. Emotional intelligence, more than any other factor, more than IQ or expertise, accounts for 85% to 90% of success at work. IQ is a threshold competence. You need it, but it doesn't make you a star. Emotional intelligence can. Keep surfing the net for more readings and studies on this very interesting topic. Stay tuned on to your emotions. Thank you.